Today's tutorial is my answer to a question from Melissa. My biggest challenge is singing consistently with a strong mixed voice. Thanks to your wonderful videos, thank you so much, Melissa, that's really sweet. I have made huge progress in even knowing how to do it at all, but I still struggle to keep a strong, consistent tone throughout an entire song, especially crossing back and forth over the vocal break. Also, it's hard for me to keep my voice in the mask and not let it slip back down onto the throat. Great question, Melissa. Keep watching to hear my answer to this question. Hey Songbirds, this is Kerri from the Songbird.com, where we get grounded, take flight and sing. So let's get on to answering Melissa's question. First thing is, if you haven't already, the answer to the first part of the question about how to sing in a consistently strong mixed voice is in a special free resource page that I put together at my website. You can click here to go and watch that later. It's called How to Belt and Mix Your Voice. It includes 6 videos to help you with that specifically. So, in this video, I am going to address the second part of your question in more detail about how to consistently cross back and forth over the vocal break. Essentially, there are 2 keys. The first one is this, singing in the mask. You see, we tend to approach our vocal break as if we're singing very, really high at some point and then very, very low at another point. And so it gets really, really clunky. We need to see it as one line of resonance out of the mask of our face by making the head voice notes brighter and lightening off on the chest voice notes. An image that I find quite useful to thinking about how to actually sing in this one line of resonance is Pinocchio, funnily enough. You know Pinocchio, like whenever he lies, his nose just grows really, really long. Well, I want you to think about it like that. When you're actually singing through your vocal break and there are some head voice notes and some chest voice notes and there's that sort of clunky bit in the middle, right? Think about making the sound all on one line as if your nose is growing really, really long like Pinocchio. Now, let's do an exercise and let me show you practically what I mean. So we're going to go through a ming exercise, which a lot of you have probably seen me cover before, but we're just going to go through it in a lot more detail pertaining to the vocal break area. I'm going to go through it for a female first, and then I'm going to go through it again specifically for the male vocal break range as well. So of course, ladies first. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to start up here at C5 and come down on a 5-note scale, and we're just going to sort of hang around this area. And what I would like you to do or to try is, you know, the first 2 or 3 notes head voice, and then the last 2 notes to sing in chest voice. And when you first try it, you're probably going to find yourself being quite clunky. You know, there's going to be sort of like this breathy head voice sound that then clunks into a heavy chest voice sound. Something like this. Ming, 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 ming. There's something like that. That's what I meant before by how we seem to approach it with high, low, like that, right? And that makes us really clunky. What we need to do, as I said before, is pretend we're Pinocchio and really think of that line of resonance. So we're going to try and make the head voice notes really bright, as if they're shooting out of our eyes. And we're going to try and lighten off on the chest notes, like this. Ming, 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 ming. Yeah? Try again. Ming, 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 ming. So, the more you practice doing that, you know, letting yourself actually switch, but making sure the head voice notes are so strong, coming out of the eyes, there's no breath in it, and really lightening off on that chest tone, you're going to find that that area becomes less clunky and you'll begin to mix it better. Now, okay guys, your turn. So this is going to be over the G4 down to middle C. and around that area. So here we go, guys, let's try it. So it's the same principle for you, okay, guys? Where you feel it's in head voice, then you sing it in head voice, but you got to really try and make it bright, bring it out of the eyes, and then don't get too heavy and clunky on your chest voice. Now for you guys, it's probably going to take a little longer, be a tiny little bit harder, because I always find that male students find this, you know, the break area even more difficult than females. But just be patient, you'll get there. Ming, 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 ming. Ming, 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 switch. Ming, 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 ming. Ming, 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 ming. Okay, now remember, the key is to let yourself switch, but just make the head voice brighter and the chest voice lighter. The second key to consistently moving back and forth through your vocal registers is flexibility to balance and move quickly between registers. So we're going to go to the piano again now. We're going to do an exercise where you're going to learn how to move very quickly between your head and chest voice and make that transition really, really smooth. Okay, so in order to get more flexibility and balance in our movement between registers, we really need to employ this exercise. It's a brilliant one. So I'm going to, again, we're going to go through it for the ladies first and then for the guys. So girls, it goes like this. We're going to go, hoo-ah. So what we're trying to do is we're going to sing the top note in head voice and the bottom note in chest voice. Let's try it. Ooh-ah. Very good. Now the key here is that you really got to be open on your head voice notes. You're going to make sure you're you know, doing the yawning stretch, your soft palate's being lifted high, okay? You're not like, oh, like don't make it all breathy, yeah? And then when you come down into your chest voice, don't be too heavy, don't clunk on it. Try and keep it still resonating in front of you, just like for the first exercise. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah. Switch that over and do it the other way. So you start with your chest voice and go into head voice. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Very good. The more you do that, you're going to get more and more flexible at balancing your registers and that part between the break. Okay, guys, your turn. Oh, so you're going to start that on head voice. Ooh, ah. And then the other way. Chest voice first into head voice. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. I absolutely love that exercise. It's actually a new one that I have actually learnt recently by Mary Saunders Barton, who is an amazing coach in Penn State University. So there you go. There is that one there for you for free. Well, I hope, Songbirds, that this helped to answer that question and get you started on smoothly singing through your vocal break. Did you like this video? If so, please don't forget to share the love with a subscribe, a like, and a share with your singer friends. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time in the next video.